What's up guys, it's Will back again, and today's review is Phoenix Forgotten. I'm so sorry for the delay in me posting this review and any other review for that matter. I've been basically moving for the entire week to my new place, and it was a ton of stuff to move and reorganize. Don't ever move, that's my advice to you all. But anyway, Phoenix Forgotten is a sci-fi found footage film that was directed and co-written by Justin Barber and is loosely based on the 1997 mysterious Phoenix Lights incident and the eventual disappearance of a couple teenagers who went out in search of the truth. Well, this film kicks off in 1997 when some mysterious lights appear in the Phoenix skyline one night. Phoenix Forgotten follows two different documentaries being made at the same time, a true docception. The first documentary follows Sophie, played by Florence Hartigan, and attempts to explain the mysterious disappearance of her brother in 1997. The second documentary is the original one that was being shot by Sophie's brother Josh before he and his two friends Ashley and Mark disappear without a trace in the Arizona desert, searching for the truth about the Phoenix Lights incident. And the rest of the film is spent watching Sophie attempt to uncover the truth of Josh's disappearance, but we also watch footage from the past of Josh, Mark, and Ashley experiencing some extremely bizarre occurrences on the night of their disappearance. Okay, so I actually went into this film pretty excited because I personally enjoy found footage films for the most part. I enjoyed the Blair Witch Project, the father of found footage, I enjoyed Cloverfield back in 2008, and I actually really enjoyed the 2016 Blair Witch. And when you mix Aliens, which I'm incredibly interested in, found footage style film, which I enjoy, and Ridley Scott's studio scot-free, I think you should have a winning formula. And overall, I did have a good time with this one. Is it a great film? No, but I still think it's an interesting take on the found footage genre, even if it's only slightly different from its predecessors. Because a lot of the typical horror thriller found footage elements are there. You get incredibly shaky footage, you get characters looking around confused and yelling out the same generic phrases over and over again, like, "What's that? Did you see that?" And those same characters are usually pretty underdeveloped and bland, which they are here too, but that's mostly because the main focus of this story is the mystery, the tension, and the thrilling aspects, and the characters are just kind of there to be put in confusing and terrifying situations. And in those respects, Phoenix Forgotten is your typical found footage film, but at the same time it's not, because a lot of the film is spent watching Sophie uncover the truth, which is like 2/3 of the movie, and those parts feel like an actual documentary and mysterious in a way that comes across as more realistic, more so than any other found footage film I've seen before. So it's generic, but at the same time it does offer something a little bit new as well, because 2/3 of it feels like an actual documentary, which I actually kind of liked overall. But I will say that eventually that mysterious documentary tone drags on a bit too long. You'll eventually get to see some footage of the actual event of interest where the three kids get lost in the Arizona desert, and that's definitely the best part of the film. Once you get a taste of that, you won't want to go back to the present time doc with Sophie. Because when that climax hits and our characters start experiencing some extremely bizarre things in the desert, it delivers that payoff that you're looking for when you buy a ticket to a found footage movie like this. It's tense, it's scary, and it's full of chaos. It can often be a little more difficult to tell what's going on than your typical found footage experience, but it's still a lot of fun. I also think that the three main kids that we follow around for a decent chunk of the film are acted very well. While they aren't super developed, the film obviously wants to develop them just enough to have you invest in their well-being and then introduce them to aliens and have you feel that tension and feel scared for them. I think Luke Spencer Roberts, Chelsea Lopez, and Justin Matthews are all very good in this movie. I especially enjoyed Chelsea Lopez. I would be on the lookout for her in the future. So as I mentioned briefly before, this film is loosely based on a true story, very loosely, and they do a good job further dramatizing the facts of the Phoenix Lights incident as well as the mysterious disappearances of the three teenagers. But there are certain plot points that just don't make a lot of sense. Whether you care about this or not will depend on what you're expecting out of this story, but there are certain things that just don't add up, particularly in the third act where the plot somewhat forcefully connects the dots between all the footage you've seen along the way. But overall, I enjoyed Phoenix Forgotten. Is it a great cinematic experience? No, but it's a fun found footage film that's worth your time if you enjoy that style of film. I thought it had a slightly new take on the found footage genre, a suspenseful and scary climax, some solid acting from its cast members, and a highly immersive and mysterious story. I also felt the documentary tone dragged on a tad too long, certain found footage moments felt generic, and certain plot points make little sense. I'm gonna give Phoenix Forgotten a 7.5 out of 10, and generally recommend you see this one in theaters, but only if you enjoy found footage style films, otherwise you probably won't enjoy it. So did you guys see Phoenix Forgotten yet? What did you think of it? And if not, let me know why not. And also let me know your favorite found footage movie ever. Mine's probably Cloverfield or the Blair Witch Project. Yours may be the same, who knows? That's all for now though. This is WillFoxification signing off. See you in the next review.